Hello guys and welcome to Mady's Tech Circle. Here's a video or a review about the Galaxy Fit E. So to be quite honest, I've already did a video or a review before I'm recording this video, but it was just too long. It was just like 30 minutes and I just don't want to do that to you guys. Not a 30 minutes video about the Fit E. So I will really speed it up. And okay, so what is this? It's a fitness band. What can it track? It can track walking, running, and a dynamic workout. Dynamic workout, I don't know what it understands under dynamic workout, but it can really do a good tracking about walking and running. The thing is, you have nothing to press. It will detect it automatically after 10 minutes of doing something, and it will detect it. So you have the Samsung Health app where it will synchronize everything down. So you have, you can see your recent workouts, you can see your sleep. So it also has sleep tracking. I'm wearing this also by night and it's really comfortable. So no problems at all. I will go through the specifications after telling you the basic what it does. So it can really track your sleep down in detailed and give you detailed informations about your sleep quality, etc. So it can also measure your heart rate continuously, or you can disable it at all. But sadly, you cannot set it to monitor your heart rate like every hour. You can just select continuously heart rate monitoring and or disable it, you know. Okay, so Fit E, why E? The E stands for essential, like for this tablet, the Galaxy Tab S5e. And essential doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that it brings the essential things what this device should bring you, like activity tracking, and it does it well. You know, I tested it, I was running a lot, and it's really accurate. And you don't want to, or you don't need more for that price. The price is around 39 euros. You can get it around 35, 32 euros, and it will be discounted, I think, multiple times in the future. So just to go through the most important specifications. So the operating system here is free real-time OS. So not Tizen you know from Samsung smartwatches, okay? Then the display is a PMOLED display, so that means that it is like an AMOLED display, but without any colors. It's a monochrome display. It has a display size of 0.75 inches, and it has a resolution of 128 by 64 pixels. The RAM size is 128 kilobytes, not even a megabyte. Oh no, it's 1 megabyte, I'm dumb, sorry. But it's 128 kilobytes, so that's not a lot, but you don't need more for that. The sensors here is how do you call it? Sorry, I forgot the name. It's a acceleration sensor. Yeah, it's an acceleration sensor to measure your steps, you know, and your pace. Then you have a heart rate sensor, and I guess also with the acceleration sensor, it can measure your sleep, of course. Then the device weighs 15 grams and it has a 70 milliampere mAh battery. So it should last, according to Samsung, between 6 and 7 days. So I will talk about battery life later in real day usage and not in what I get in a labor test. So 6-7 days is under labor conditions, you know. So also what you can call features is that it can vibrate to give you or to give you a hint that you have a notification, and it is water resistant by 5 atm. Okay. That was boring, but I just want to get this clear. Okay, so what do you need to control or to set up your Galaxy Fit E? You have the wearables app. So here on the tab, you will get, for example, your battery usage. Here you can go to Samsung Health, set your health settings in Samsung Health. But then here are the band-related features, continuing with alarm. Alarm, here you can set an alarm, turn it off or on, delete alarms. you can add a new alarm. So it's a basic vibration alarm. It doesn't have a speaker, so it just is vibrating. So if you want to get woke up by vibration on your wrist, you can do that. Then you have to find my band thing. It shows you here also the battery and connect it using Bluetooth. Then you can start finding or searching for your band, and then it will vibrate in a rhythm. Then we have the weather thing, so it will bring you to the Samsung weather app where you can check auto refresh rate and use current location, the unit, and many other things. Not too important, but just I wanted to get this mentioned. Then we have the notification setting. I use this Fit-E with notifications on. So here you can manage the notifications from which apps you want to get notified. It doesn't show you the text or the content of the notification. Like when you get a WhatsApp message, it will just show you the WhatsApp logo with the contact's name. So from who's the message, of course, you will then know. And for example, with Twitter, you will then see the Twitter logo and see from which user just tweeted something. And the same is for everything else. If you get a call, it will vibrate and you will see the contact with the phone number, and you can't respond over the Fit-E. So you can just double tap it to stop vibrating, like if you would get or if your alarm would ring. Then we have the setting for widgets. So it's not a touch screen. So when you tap a bit harder on the display or on the side or on the band, it is registering some like touch, but it's not really touch screen, you know. So you have widgets like for steps, calories burned, then your heart rate, which is measured live, then your sleep, your weather. You have your calendar, and it can also show you current meeting or upcoming meeting, and that's it. You can remove them, rearrange them. By default, it just shows you steps, calories, sleep, weather, but then you can add calendar and heart rate. If you put heart rate here, it will give you a warning that this will measure your heart rate continuously, and this can increase battery life. Okay. Then we have a vibration setting where you can turn off or on vibration. Then you have the advanced setting like screen wake up. How you want to screen or wake up the screen. You can do a lift wrist or lift to wake, which is on by default, I guess. Then double tap. By double tapping the display, you can turn it on. Or you can have both. I have enabled both because it's the most easiest thing. You know, when you lay in bed, for example, and you don't, or lay somewhere else, and you can't really wrist or do this lift wrist thing or lift to wake thing, you can double tap. But okay, that's what you can set up. Then do not disturb. I have scheduled it. You can also select on which days, and that's something to save battery, because when you have do not disturb enabled, it will block the lift raised thing. So if you sleep, then it won't wake up your screen accidentally by night, and this will save you a lot of battery. And also it won't vibrate if you get any notifications. Then we have dim screen. So you can schedule it too, and dim screen will dim the screen like this, you see. So I have this enabled like when the sun is getting low and it's not that bright outside. So just to save battery, you know, and at night, for example, to get easy on the eyes, and so that's not too bright, you know. But that was added with the last update. So the update, I think the Fit-E just got one update, and the update was already out when I got the Fit-E. But okay. Then you have account and backup. You can back up all your Fit-E's or fitness band settings in your Samsung account. Then you have about band. You can search for an update. You can report diagnostic info. You can change your device name, see device information, reset your band or restart your band. You can restart it from there because you don't have any buttons. So if you get it for the first time, you need to plug it in to turn it on. If it's empty, it will turn off. There's no way to turn it on without charging it, you know. But I mean, if it's empty, you go to the charger and you charge it, so that's not an issue, you know. But yeah, that's basically it about the settings. Then we have, of course, watch faces, or yeah, watch faces. I don't know, but let's say these are fitness band faces. So the first one is like you will see your heart rate under this heart and the time shown on the top. Then you will have this here, which is called big time. Then you have this one with step charts. You see your progress to your daily step goal. Then you have fitness info 1, which shows the time, calories burned, steps, and also the date on the tab. With this one, you will lose the date shown on the top, but you will have battery indicator. The rest is the same. And for health info 3, which I'm using, you will see everything. You will see your current heart rate, you will see your calories, you will see your steps, and you will see the time. So that's it about the watch faces. Now, how was my battery life experience? Well, I used it in 2 different scenarios. Of course, I could do 3 different scenarios, or maybe 4. The first one was I had continuous heart rate monitoring enabled. With continuous heart rate monitoring enabled, I got an average around 3.5 days. Yeah, so that's good. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, charging is fast. Charging time is around... I think I measured it, so it should be saved in the clock app, but just if we are lucky, or I did a screenshot, it is around 1 hour and 10 minutes. So something like that, all right? So it's a clip thing with pogo pins, so nothing too fancy, you know? But okay, 3 to 4 days, 3.5 days, 3 days is solid. All right, then I tested it out without continuous heart rate monitoring, and there you will get around 4 to 5 days. So you see, heart rate monitoring isn't using too much battery, so that's okay. 4 to 5 days. I mean, you could even get longer results. It depends on what you do. So I go every 2 days for a run, and I'm sometimes pretty active, and so maybe that also depends on that, how active you are, how many workout the Fit-E is currently detecting. But I mean, battery life is okay. If you disable notifications, for example, you could get some days more. Maybe you would get then with continuously heart rate monitoring like 6 to 7 days, so a week of battery life. So you would prolong the battery life about 2 to 3 days. It really depends on your usage. Also, if you have maybe the dim screen feature enabled all the time, it will be hard to read the display in the sun, because even with the standard, with the brightest thing here, because you can't set the brightness manually, with the standard brightness, it sometimes is really hard to see the time. Also, just a side note, the display scratches pretty easily. I have a lot of micro scratches. You don't see them, you just see them in really bright conditions. But I mean, well, it's a fitness band, so you don't really see them in usual lighting conditions, just when it's really bright outside. But honestly, the Fit-E is a cool device. Of course, there is the Mi Band 4, but the Mi Band 4 has a fancy AMOLED display, a touch screen. It can measure things like swimming. It has a better battery life because it has also a bigger battery capacity. But the whole reason to buy this is, first, if you are a Samsung user. Second, if you use Samsung Health, because the Mi Band 4, for example, wouldn't work or synchronize everything with Samsung Health. And to be honest, Samsung Health is one of the best fitness apps you can get for Android and maybe also for iOS, because it just really shows everything so cool. You can do challenges, monthly challenges against friends, and see really your data in in really good, yeah, it's just really nice display. You know what I mean? So Samsung Health is solid, and if you want to synchronize everything down with Samsung Health, then get the Fit E. I really recommend it for the price, and it's comfortable. It is also military grade resistant, and I mean, so military grade resistant just means that it can survive, for example, extreme temperatures like minus 40 degrees Celsius up to 60 degrees Celsius. It can absorb shocks, variable shocks, and many other things. You can research it in the internet, but I really recommend it because it's a solid device from Samsung, as you would expect it. So that's it, guys. That's my review and my honest thoughts about the Galaxy Fit E. This was not sponsored by Samsung. I bought this device myself. So these are really my honest feelings about this. I hope you had learned something about this device and you found this helpful. If yes, please subscribe to this channel. That would really mean a lot to me. Like this video. If I have any questions about the device, leave them down in this comments, and I will try to answer them all. And yeah, just have a nice day and enjoy your life. Peace out.
Let it go, make my body go. Take our bodies higher.